How are you feeling physically?
I'm feeling really good. Just getting back into the swing of playing football again. So I'm feeling really good, and just really good just to be back out there with the guys and just doing what we love.
Is the mental? Would you? I know it's early, and you don't have the pads on yet, but is the mental hurdle something you feel you're already past because you look very confident driving
Yeah,
off your legs?
yeah. I mean, I got past the mental part of just running again, cutting again, and kind of trusting it. Doing the whole rehab part of my time, just getting back. So just the way everyone was responding then, I already knew kind of going out here and just now doing the football aspect of it, I'll be fine. So I think just the next thing, the next hurdle pretty much is to get over how it responds, when getting tackled, getting contact, and things like that. But so far, so good.
So when, and just for a timeline purpose, when did that take place? That you're talking about
The first hurdle,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, like 3 weeks ago, where I was more comfortable just doing a lot more things that kind of just came instinctively, right, without kind of counting the steps out and things like that. So about 3 weeks ago, though.
Zach, could you take us through your rehab process, kind of the last couple months for you this off season, what you were working to do to get healthy, and now being back? I mean, OTAs we didn't see much of you on the field because you were still doing stuff to the side.
Yeah, I mean, my rehab from maybe the first 3 months from January was just really just sitting on my butt for the most part. But the last, month and a half, really, we just ramped it up, just trying to get this thing strong again, and then just kind of really just doing my whole lower body over. This is the strongest I felt in my lower body from, my quads to my calves to definitely my ankles and things like that. So, the strength team did a really good job. Our trainers did a really good job, and me just trusting them and just coming in every day trying to attack it because, I knew what my goal was and was to be back on the first day of camp. And, we did a really good job. So it was a long one, definitely, but, it definitely all paid out, and it's still a lot of, stuff to continue to do.
What part of your game do you feel like we're going to see this year that maybe we didn't see your rookie season?
I just want to get better overall. I think I did a lot of good things last year, and I did things that I wasn't so happy about last year. So I'm definitely want to take all those things and just kind of just mash them together and just overall put better out and just trying to help this team get over that hump.
Could you give us a couple examples of some of the things that you worked on that you hope to improve going into this year?
Just explosion through the hole. I think that's the biggest thing. Me and my coach talked about just getting through that hole, those first 5 yards. That's kind of where those big plays come at, and then just getting downhill and just kind of doing the rest.
What's the competition like with you and Devin, and does it really matter which one of you starts?
I mean, we both are really cool. So the competition part, we're just competitors, and we're both from South Florida, so we kind of just mesh automatically. So it's not like I'm trying to outdo him this day or he's trying to outdo me. We just come together, we work, because we know what the end goal is, right? It's like if he's the starting running back and we win the Super Bowl, fine. If I'm the starting running back and we win the Super Bowl, fine, right? So it's either way, we know what the end goal is, and we just want to help this team get better every day.
What does Matt bring to the room, Matt Breida?
Speed. Speed. He's really quick, and he's a vet. He has a lot of tips for us on and off the field and things like that. So just having a guy like that who's vocal and has really brought our group together a lot more than last year. Being me and Motor being two young guys, and then having Matt come in and kind of being more vocal is really helped us mesh as a group from the first guy all the way down.
Zach, besides the obvious of not being tackled, how do practices differ for a running back when there aren't full pads on and you're not actively hitting?
You're just trying to work on technique, finishing, running, bursting, just doing those things that you probably won't get a lot of chances to do when pads are on because it's more contact and it's, a lot of less space and things like that. So just we work on our technique, work on our fundamentals, make sure we're sharp on, our assignment.
Was it a help to you at all that your first real team drills are non-contact and as you just kind of get back into?
I think so. I think it definitely helps to just kind of get back into the groove of practice, getting my legs back after 5 months of just rehabbing and things like that. But like I said, I still got a long way to go to get back into football shape until where I feel super confident in going into the season.
Did you feel you were getting stronger, seeing things differently as your rookie year went on? The numbers suggest at least the production was trending upwards before the injury happened.
Yeah, it was a super learning curve playing this position from college to my first year in the league. So every game I was learning something new, and then just trying to go from that game and implement it to the next game, right? And every opponent is different, every day is different. So it was a lot of factors going in and everything like that. So I just tried to always tell myself to be as consistent as possible, control what I can control, right? And if I can control just getting better, watching tape, understanding my assignment and just trying to execute that, that's what I tried to do. So over the weeks, I did feel I understood the game a little bit more here and there. And now year two, I just want to take what I learned from year one and just kind of have all of that ready to go game one, and then continue that trend of just continuously learning from throughout the season.
You feel you were playing more, you were thinking more while playing than maybe you ever have while playing football?
Thinking, no. These guys are really talented on this level. So it was just a lot of things, just getting stronger, getting faster. You have to up your game each and every week. And it's not this is not a league where you can kind of have a down week, and then you come back up, right? So like I said, it's a lot of factors that play into that type of stuff. But, I don't feel like I was thinking a lot, but I just felt like I wasn't playing how I'm used to, just going out there and just letting it rip. So that's what I definitely want to just do this season. I mean, from the first couple of practices, just being back out there, that's what I'm trying to do, just, be who I know I am.
Knowing the intensity level from practice to preseason to regular season all has different levels. You didn't have preseason last year.
Mm-hmm.
With your situation and the steps you're taking to get back to where you want to be, how much of a benefit do you feel the preseason games will be for you this time around, knowing you didn't have that?
It'll be a big impact for me, especially just because of the injury. Right now, I get a chance to go out there and test it in these preseason games and take that and then put that into the season, knowing already mentally, okay, this is what I'm able to do, and this is what I need to work on when we get to these live, real situation games, the ones that count. So, that from that standpoint, that's the biggest thing for me. I mean, last year, obviously, it was a big jump, not having preseason games, not having OTAs, and just kind of coming straight to camp, having pretty much 3.5 weeks to learn everything and be ready to go game one and go straight through, because once the thing starts, it doesn't stop, right? So, but the biggest thing is just, the ankle, getting back to just being ready to go, taking that beating each and every week. And I think that's where the big preseason games are going to help me out a lot.
Zach, this is out of your position group, but someone who also had a frustrating year last season with injury and being on the COVID-19 list was Dawson Knox. I'm sure you guys were maybe in the training room at the same time at some point last season, but he had a nice touchdown pass today. What do you see out of him from a playmaking standpoint?
He's very physical, and he's very fast. He's very, he has a really good all-around game for a tight end at his size. And I think the more we give him the ball and allow him to do what he do, I mean, obviously we'll see what that brings. But, he's definitely, from what I've heard from last year, from the year he had before that year, he's definitely grown each year. So it's, great playing with him because he knows and he understands a lot of the things, and especially when it comes to blocking. As a blocking tight end, that's big as well. So, communication and things like that, he helps a lot. He helps the O-line and things like that. So he's really good, and he's doing a lot of good things so far.
Have you ever practiced, come on, guys. Have you ever practiced in front of 25,000 fans before?
No, I never have. No.
What's that like?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, it was great having all the fans definitely back in the stadium, because obviously last year we played every game with no fans up into the playoffs. And then we only had about 6,500 or something like that. So just having all the fans back in there, just hearing the roar, everyone just being in there, and then kind of just seeing things getting back to normal a little bit, that kind of helps a lot. So it was great. But, yeah, I never practiced in front of 20,000 fans, but I kind of just treat it as a game situation and just trying to block it out and just, focus on my job.